She was actually in hospital probably every few months for the first, part of her life.
It's a very anxious time for parents when they find out their child has got asthma. Parents have all sorts of concerns and they want the best for the child, and they wonder if it's going to be, if they're going to have, what medications they're going to be on, how they're going to find out more information.
Just before she was 1, she was actually diagnosed, she's got asthma, sent home, and that was it really.
We reckon that 3 children in every classroom have got asthma because overall there's something like 1.1 million children with asthma in the UK, and that equates to about 1 in 10.
Asthma is a condition of the airways where they get red, swollen and inflamed. So you really want to make sure that you're going to use the inhalers correctly to treat that inflammation.
If you have asthma and you're not sure how to take your inhalers, the doctor can always help.
So really parents need to work with their children from a very young age, incorporating them, teaching them about their inhalers, explaining to them how they work and why they need to take them.
I didn't know that asthma was caused by triggers. I just thought it was something you're born with, or something you have, and that's it.
Keeping the diary is a very good way of eliminating triggers and knowing what the triggers are.
I wouldn't let her have any animals with her soft toys. If she was cuddling her soft toys, obviously they get a lot of dust. So I started washing them at least once a month, put them in the freezer to kill off all the dust mites. Even down to having wooden floors and things like that, and leather settees, so the dust isn't on there. That sort of helps, doesn't it?
You need to know that if exercise is a trigger for your child's asthma, when you go to school, that your teacher allows you to get into your reliever inhaler.
When I was younger, at school I used to just sit out at games, and the teacher was like, "Oh no, she can't do your game, she's got asthma." But I kind of explained to my teachers, and I think that I knew how to keep my asthma under control, and now I do games just like everybody else, making sure that I take my inhaler, then I'll just be fine.
Parents should be asking head teachers, what is the situation around an asthma policy in the school? How recently has it been drawn up or revised?
You do really need to speak to your teachers, explain that they are fine, take the inhaler, they'll be fine.
We've also produced some materials for school nurses to use to help raise awareness of what teachers need to know about asthma in schools, so that children aren't excluded from doing exercise, that they have got ready access to their inhalers, and they know what to do if their asthma gets worse.
Most of the time you should have an asthma plan. You should be able to get one from the nurse or the doctor.
And that sort of gives you guidance on recognising worsening symptoms, recognising when things are getting out of control, and steps to take to get it back under control quickly.
If it's quite bad, it's not go down to the doctors for a nebuliser, and then if they say, "Oh, it's not really helping," then I'll go to hospital, or if it has, I'll just go home and be fine again.
Asthma is a variable condition, so you can have peaks and troughs, you can have good times, bad times, so you might want to pay attention to the symptoms and the treatments, and maybe go back every 6 months.
Every 6 months I go up to the hospital, to the children's clinic, and just have my asthma checked out, make sure I'm okay, and then I'll be like, "Yeah, be fine, see you in 6 months."
And then if your child's having more acute episodes where they're really not participating in exercise, they're missing time off school, they're at home, they're not maintaining their normal level of activity, and they have these persistent symptoms, you need to really go much sooner and get it sorted out. The important thing to remember is that children can go on and lead a normal, healthy, active life.
It's hard because when you're told your child's got asthma, you want to try and wrap them up and treat them different, but at the end of the day, they're just like any other child.
Although asthma is widespread and serious, it is also controllable for most people.
Now I'm absolutely fine, and so I can do anything I really want to.
For more information, visit www.nhs.uk.